Hey, what's up, guys? I wanted to do a video, because I haven't done it yet, but I want to do a video on everything we know about Pacific Rim Uprising so far. The Pacific Rim sequel coming out in March of 2018. I really wanted to wait till we had a lot of information on it instead of me just kind of making short clips about it. Instead, we could just nail majority of these things all at once. So today I'm going to talk about some of the actors who are going to be in the movie, uh, the composer, as well as the director, because that's usually a pretty telltale sign of how things are going to go. So to begin with, I guess we should talk about the director, Stephen S. DeKnight. Now, this is a guy, of course, first I heard the name of that, I have no idea who that is, because I was very sad to know that Guillermo del Toro was not coming back. But he is a producer, although, in my honest opinion, I don't think being a producer honestly matters that much, because usually directors still has all the control. And I mean, there have been producers on movies that were very legendary, and then the product that came of it was not so good anyways, because, like I said, it still relies mostly on the director. So Stephen S. DeKnight, from what I can tell, he basically achieved fame for being the creator of the Spartacus series on the Stars channel, something that's I guess it has been very popular. It gets mixed reviews, but it's very popular, and it's going to end with season 3. Now, honestly, I have not watched the Spartacus series at all, so I have no idea how good it is. But it appears to have a pretty legitimate fan base that's very big and loyal to it. So that's all I can really say about that. However, he has done some other very interesting things. He worked on Smallville, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and Angel. He did writing for the Buffy the Vampire comics, and he also apparently was involved with. Apparently, he may be involved in Marvel's Daredevil series, as we all know, the Netflix version. Apparently, Punisher is going to get his own. Oh, whoops! Well, I'm leaping ahead, but so he worked on Daredevil, which is great because I loved it. Basically, he was working on season 2. I love the Daredevil show much more than Marvel movies themselves. So yeah, I think that's a plus. And apparently, like I said, he's gonna work on the Punisher TV series, which will probably also be on Netflix. So I think he has a pretty good track record. Unlike some other series, like maybe Jurassic World, they got a brand new director, which I'm not saying is a bad thing. I will say it's more of a gamble sometimes, but you know what? That's not really fair because there's been a lot of new directors taking over big projects lately, and they usually do pretty good. I mean, Jurassic World's not a perfect movie, but I think director Colin Trevorrow did a pretty bang-up job with the majority of the movie. Outside of the story, I think he did a pretty good job with it. Even the story, I mean, it has some really good sides to it. If there are some plot holes. And the director of Kong Skull Island was also a director I'd not heard of. He doesn't have too much under his belt, but he did a pretty good job. And remember, not too long ago, 2014, Gareth Edwards was an unknown who did Godzilla, and you could debate about it all day, but I think it was pretty good, and he did a really good job with Rogue One as well. So this is not a brand new guy to the scene, and he has some pretty good work under his belt, and I think he'll do a pretty good job. Although I will say this, he's mostly involved in television, so I'm not sure how he'd work under the constraints of a movie. So I guess we'll have to see. We'll have to see about that. Let me double check. Yeah, there's no official running time yet. So I'm hoping it's honestly longer than the first one, so we could lead into these characters. As far as the actors, they're almost entirely new, except for a few key positions. Charlie, I believe Hunnam, I believe his name, the main character from the last one, he's not coming back, which to me is disappointing. But I guess his plot arc is fulfilled. So I suppose. But whatever debates they had about him coming back, I don't want to dig into, because I know some people didn't like the actor, saying he was too stale. Some did. I thought he did a fine job with the material. So we have John Boyega, of course. I have faith in him. I think he should do a pretty good job. We have Scott Eastwood. That's an interesting choice. I think that should be very awesome. And then we have some actors I'm not too familiar with, but apparently Jing Tian, I'm not sure if he's going to be a main character or not, or maybe a side character. She's an acclaimed Chinese actress, so I'm guessing she's going to be really stellar in this. Now, when I look at the cast list, it's interestingly enough, Rinko Kikuchi is going to be in the movie. And if you don't know who that is, she played Mako. Basically, I guess you could say almost another lead character in itself in the first movie, if not the main character, since so much of the movie revolves around her, including her backstory. Apparently, she's going to be in a movie. Now, I don't know to what extent. Maybe she'll be a retired fighter. Maybe she'll actually play an important role, but only as like a mentor. Or maybe she's actually going to fight too, and they're just kind of hiding it because she was in a trailer. I didn't know she was going to be until I looked up the Wikipedia. So forgive me if I just spoiled it for you, honestly. But the Wikipedia says that she is going to be in the movie, but it does not say to what extent. So I guess we'll have to find out and see. And then some of the minor characters from the last movie are coming back, including Charlie Day and Bern Gorman. Gorman. Those are the two scientists who basically helped the whole thing of drifting with the kaiju. So I'm glad to see them come back. They were the comedic relief in the last one, pretty much, but they did serve an important role of telling them how the whole kaiju thing is going to work and how to infiltrate their lair. So interesting to see them come back. I wonder if Ron Perlman will come back. Possibly. It's not, like I said, he's not listed as who will come back, but he did survive. Apparently, if you didn't know, he did survive Pacific Rim after getting eaten. He managed, I guess, to slice his way out of the monster's stomach. Very funny scene and pretty interesting. Probably one of the last things I want to talk about is the composer. It's once again, it's not Raman Djawadi. I'm not sorry if I'm butchering that name. Uh, he's a pretty good composer. Not one of my favorites, but he's pretty good. He's basically done the Game of Thrones scores from start to finish. That's a pretty good score. He did the first Iron Man, which to me blew the other Iron Man scores out of the water because they've struggled to make anything like what he did. And he did the first Pacific Rim. So everything he's done, I've been impressed by. I like his style. Usually he focuses on electronics. But as we see in Game of Thrones, he can also do other things and do them very well. And it's very sad to see him not come back, but they did use his Pacific Rim theme in the trailer. And if they know what they're doing, they'll include that theme in the freaking movie because Pacific Rim 2, because I mean it's one hell of a theme. John Pisano is once again just like the director. He's more involved with TV than film itself. But he's done the score for some interesting things. He did the music for Maze Runner, but I didn't see that, so honestly I can't tell you much about it. But he did do the score for the Daredevil TV show and the Defenders. I've seen Daredevil. Like I said, I think it's freaking pretty good. I have not seen the Defenders yet. I should make time for it though. But I gotta watch whatchamacallit first. Iron Fist. I haven't seen it yet, but I've seen both seasons of Daredevil, Jessica Jones, and Luke Cage, all of which I thought were fantastic. And then he's done some interesting ones. Like he did the Ben 10, Secrets of the Omnitrix score. He did Superman Batman Apocalypse. That was a cartoon directed DVD movie that came out a while ago. Honestly, I don't remember the score that well. I don't think it stood out that much, but it was not a bad movie. And then the other ones, well, a lot of these, yeah, I'm not too familiar with. He hasn't done too many. I mean, he's done looks like well over a dozen movies and or TV shows. But I guess we'll just have to see. I mean, the main thing here is, though, I just wanted to keep the element of how the last one sounded, because the score was very... I love the last one's score. I'm hoping we can keep the same motif going and the same themes with it. And then, I mean, that's about all I can say about it for now. Although I will say this, it looks like they're going to be trying something new. If you notice something in this trailer, you can see smaller kaiju. I want to say around human size, because there's a brief shot of, I believe, Scott Eastwood on the ground with bloody hands shooting with an assault rifle at some oncoming creatures. So now whether these will be more babies, although the babies in the last one were already bigger than like a T-Rex, so I'm wondering either A, they're going to be babies, or maybe B, there'll be a different type of kaiju weapon. You know, maybe B, kind of like Destroy, how Destroy could split apart into other thousands of creatures. So maybe it'd be kind of like that, and that would be really cool and an interesting kind of fight to deal with. And they kind of reference that in the trailer, saying it's something you need to see, as they always do with these types of movies. So I think you need to see, probably going to deal with that, or the big colossal kaiju we see. So it looks very interesting, and the good thing is it doesn't look super predictable. It looks like it'll be some kind of mystery to the movie. And so far, I'm very optimistic about it. I even like the song choice for the trailer. It was pretty interesting. I know some people preferred your traditional chorus, but I thought this was fine, especially since the first Pacific Rim ended with a kaiju kind of rap thing. So I thought the song choice was fine for the trailer. Uh, Tell me what you guys think. Do you think Ron Perlman's going to come back and maybe the cameo? Maybe he'll be important. Do you think Mako will play a major role in this movie, or will she just be a mentor? Hopefully not just killed off in the first 10 minutes or something of that nature, because that'd be really stupid. And what do you think of the new Jaeger designs? I think they look freaking awesome. The new Gypsy Danger looks great. I'm guessing John Boyega's going to be piloting that one. Will he get to work with Mako? Perhaps. Because, I mean, of course, they didn't maybe plan on a sequel, but Mako never having mentioned his son, Idris Elba's son in the first one. I just want to see if they meet, which they obviously have to. I want to see their dynamic between the two of them. You know, did she envy him? Was she raised alongside him? You know, are they around the same age? So many questions I want to know about that. And on a smaller note, will they mention Rayleigh Beckett? You know, I want to know. They're gonna say he died in combat, like Will Smith Independence Day 2, which I think would be dumb, but whatever. Or will they just like, figure he existed at all? I'm worried it will be like a Hellboy 2, where I love both Hellboy movies, but I hate that, you know, John Mayer, who's so important in the freaking first Hellboy, the second one was written off. Oh, he's in Antarctica. That's it. Like, oh. And now they've rebooted it, so now we're never going to see the conclusion of that series. But I don't want to talk about that right now. But in any case, now we're going to have this new story. I just want to see, are they even bothering to reference what happened to him or what? Maybe he's died a hero, perhaps. Maybe he'll be written off. He's in prison. Who knows? Or maybe they'll surprise us all when he comes back. I highly doubt it, though. But yeah, tell me, guys, your thoughts and your guesses, your assumptions. Let me know what you think of the trailer, of the new kaiju designs, which I don't want to talk about until we see. I maybe just see the movie because I can't really tell what the hell's going on. But they look bigger than ever, which is a good thing, I suppose. So that's all for me right now, guys. Josh signing off.